Guys, listen up to this video. I don't know what it is, but there's something so satisfying with making the narcissist look like an idiot. Making them look stupid. There's something very satisfying about it. I don't know what it is. Because what we have to understand with these individuals is that they want to portray themselves as a regular human being to the best of their abilities. That's what they want to do. They are actually very stupid people. They truly are. But they can trick the weak ones, and they can trick the people who might be a little bit vulnerable or down. These are the people they usually seek out because they're not going to get the strong. As long as you are strong-minded, as long as you are on your game, they're not going to be able to trick you. They're not going to be able to fool you. This is what you have to understand, because they know you are on such a completely different level than these people that they just can't get to you. You're going to see them for what they are because you're woke. You're you. With that being said, if you are in a vulnerable time in your life, this is when they will try to get you the most, because they are hurt themselves, like very bad. But when it comes to the narcissist, when they do get in your face, when they do start talking to you, whenever they do start going on, and they're trying to talk sense into you, they're trying to make it look like they have something over you or something like this. When you make them look stupid, when you make it look like they have no business talking to you, when you prove them wrong, when you humble them and you can see it, but they don't even want to show it, but you can still see it, there's something very satisfying about that. It's because of how fake they are. It's because you want them to see. And it's not like you're an evil person and you just want to hurt people. That's not even what it is. What satisfies you is showing them and wanting them to see that they are not who they should be right now. This is actually helping them. And there's something satisfying with helping the narcissist by making them look stupid. And why do I say making them look stupid? Because they feel stupid. When you help them, they don't want help. But when you do it, it's satisfying. You want them to come back to reality. You want to show them where they are going wrong. You want to do this. I want to do this. I'm telling you guys right now, like, I've humbled many of these individuals before. Many of them. And it's satisfying every single time. It's satisfying to hear their voices lower and they start to agree with you. Yeah. 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 You know what I mean? That's just an example. Like, you could be talking about anything with this person. You could be talking about some real shit. They know it's real. They know it's true. And they know it's the truth. They can do nothing but agree. And they start to get all... You honestly slowly start to humble these people. What's hard is keeping them there. What's hard is keeping them like that. You can't do it. They're always going to break free of you, and they're going to go back to their old ways. That's what they're going to do. They want to live a savage, toxic life. And that's exactly what they're going to do. That is exactly why there is no helping these people. But like I said, it is satisfying whenever you bring them there. Whenever you show them that, look, you are not all there, and somebody needs to speak some sense into you. And when you can get them down to that level, when you can bring them back to reality, you can actually see the person in them when you do this. You actually can. You can see what they could be. I see this with many people. people that I've associated with in the past, I can see who they could be, and they're not living up to who they could be because they're choosing evil. They're choosing toxicity. They are choosing negativity. I believe narcissists are extremely weak individuals all the way around the board, and they don't want to do what it takes to live up to who they are. They don't want to do this. They would rather be weak. They would rather do toxic, devilish shit. They would rather do this. They could care less about having a solid family in the future. They could care less about all this shit. Everything they do is for their own benefit. They're here to experience as the least amount of pain as possible, to live with the most excitement and drama and all this bullshit as possible. That's what they're here to do. They're here to drink. They're here to party. They're here to do what all toxic people do. And no, there's nothing wrong with going to a party, letting loose every now and then, but this is all they do. It's all they do. It's all they know how to do. They're just wasters. They're wasting their lives. And they're being toxic. And they're doing people wrong. Some of these individuals end up in jail. And that's the life they chose. They chose it over good. They chose it over living up to who they are and reaching their peak. Living up to their potential. They're not going to do it. They would rather take the easy way out instead of doing that. And that's why there's no talking any sense into these individuals, and I mentioned that in other videos before. It's like, you can bring them down to earth if you really work with them like for a bit and they decide to continue to talk to you. They will see reality for what it is the short amount of time they do talk with you. If it's just you and them, because if there's other people around, they're gonna have their guard up. They're gonna have their ego just off the walls. It's just gonna be that toxic person that they are. Like, they act like the king whenever really they are spineless cowards. When it's just them, their true color show. That's the thing about the narcissist. When it's just them, their true color show. When they're around other people, their true colors also show. They're fake pieces of shit around other people. And that's just who they are. And that's who they forever will be. Because it's all about that image to them. It's all about, I don't know, control. It's all about them looking the best that they can look, because really they ain't shit. And they're not even talented. Like, they have nothing. They have no good traits. But they want to make it look like this to other individuals. And I believe this is why it's so satisfying, humbling these individuals. Not bringing them pain, but bringing them to reality. It's satisfying. It's satisfying of seeing who they could be. It is. Because I see it in a lot of people. Who they could be. And it's sad. It's a sad thing whenever they don't want to be that. They would rather sell out. What do we mean by sell out? And I mentioned this term before in other videos. They're selling out to live a low-life, scumbag way of life. It's what they're doing. Just a piss-poor life. They just want to throw it down the drain. Like, when you're young, those are your years to really grind it out to get ahead, so maybe you can relax a little bit damn more when you're a little bit older. They don't see it like that. that's just, like, not everybody has to do it, but, like, they want to do as little as possible for their entire lives. That's what they want to do. They want the easiest way out when it comes to everything. And I don't think anybody should necessarily want life to be hard, but I think you should be motivated, and I think you should have some sort of form of motivation and a vision to do something for yourself to make life a little bit damn better. But they just want to live that scumbag, I want to have fun every single second of every single day type of life. And have no empathy for anybody else, not care about anybody else. They don't care about a family. They don't care about none of this shit. They only care about their needs being met today, right here, right now. They're not willing to put in that work that is needed. Not willing to do it. And that just represents who they are. And I don't want to be around people like that. I'll tell you guys that much. I don't think anybody does, besides maybe all themselves. That's what they want to do. They can do it amongst themselves. They're not going to use good people like us. They're not going to get into our lives whenever the time is right for them to come. It's not going to happen. So, I'm going to cut this video short. I got nothing left to say on this topic. Just understand that these individuals in today's day and age, they really are everywhere. Like, everybody has to see this. Everybody has to know this. It's only getting worse. And I think social media really did a number on a lot of individuals. I wish everybody would have been able to grow up a little bit tougher. And in the day that I grew up, I feel extremely blessed because I grew up without social media. I grew into my teens without social media. Like, I know what life is like without it. I don't need it. And I just think this next wave coming isn't some deep shit, because they grew up in this. They grew up in this fake life. They grew up seeing these images on social media of celebrities and shit like this living this all sunshine and lollipops fucking lives, when that's not even really what it is. Like, they're really brainwashed into thinking that, but it's not really like that. And yes, you have to use social media to your advantage and things like this, but you also have to know that social media is not real life. It is like a video game. Real life is real life. You have to do what you got to do in real life. And social media is nothing but a platform. It is a video game. But some people don't see it like that. Some people take it too far. But anyways, I'm going to cut this video out now. And I want to know what you guys think about this topic and what I just spoke on. How making the narcissist look stupid in a way is satisfying. Bringing them to reality is satisfying. I want to know if you guys ever experience this, or if it's just me, because I have talked to a lot of these individuals, not knowing at the time what it was, but knowing there was something off with these people, and bringing them to reality and really seeing who they could be, but they're not that. And that's the thing. You can't see the potential in people and think, I can change this person. This person has to want to change themselves. That's what it is, without nobody else. If they don't want to do that, they're not going to do it for you or with you. Nothing. So, that's what it is. I'll be back tomorrow with some more videos, guys. Okay? Have a great rest of the Sunday. I'll be back.